60% of Americans could not cover a $1,000 emergency without going into debt. Not because they're bad with money, because nobody ever showed them how to build a cushion in the first place. And the advice that is out there is often the reason people never start. Save 6 months of expenses sounds impossible if you're living paycheck to paycheck, so people don't save anything at all. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build an emergency fund from zero. No spreadsheets, no guilt trips about your coffee habit, no unrealistic 6-month numbers standing between you and starting. Just a real plan you can start today. What actually counts as an emergency? This matters more than people think. An emergency fund only works if you protect it, and you can't protect it if you don't know what it's for. A true emergency is urgent, unexpected, and necessary. A car repair, a vet bill, a medical bill, losing your job, a major appliance breaking down. A vacation is not an emergency. A sale on something you didn't plan to buy is not an emergency. It's a really good deal is not an emergency. The fund has one job: stop a bad week from turning into bad debt. Protect it accordingly. Why this matters more than you think. Here's what happens without one. Something breaks. You don't have the cash. It goes on a credit card. Now you're not just paying for the emergency, you're paying interest on it for months, sometimes years, often at 20% or higher. An emergency fund breaks that cycle before it starts. This isn't about being rich, it's about being ready. So how much do you actually need? Forget the number that scares people off. You do not need 6 months of expenses saved before this is allowed to count as progress. Overwhelming goals get abandoned. Small, achievable ones get finished. Build it in 3 stages. Stage 1, $500 to $1,000. This alone covers most small emergencies: a car repair, a vet visit, a broken phone. Stage 2, 1 month of essential expenses: rent, utilities, groceries, minimum debt payments. Not your whole lifestyle, just what keeps the lights on. Stage 3, 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. This is the buffer that protects you if you lose income entirely. You do not need all 3 today. You need stage 1. That's the whole goal for now. So where should you actually keep this money? This is where people may get it wrong. They either leave it in checking, where it quietly disappears into everyday spending, or they invest it where it can lose value the exact week they need it. Your emergency fund needs 2 things, and only 2 things. It has to be safe, and it has to be accessible within a day or 2. That's the job of a high-yield savings account. Unlike a regular savings account earning next to nothing, a high-yield account keeps your money liquid while it actually earns interest, some currently paying well above the national average. Liquid is the key word, not a CD where your money gets locked up, not stocks where it can drop. This is boring money, sitting somewhere safe, ready the second you need it. Step 1. Open a separate account. Keep it away from checking. Out of sight really does mean out of mind and out of temptation. Step 2. Automate a small, consistent amount. Even $20 a week adds up to over $1,000 a year. Consistency beats intensity every time. Step 3. Use windfalls on purpose. Tax refund, birthday money, work bonus. Before you spend it, send even half straight to the fund. Step 4. Start before you feel ready. You do not need extra income to start. You need to start with what you already have, even if that's $5. An emergency fund isn't a one-time project. It's a cycle. When you use it, that's the fund doing exactly what it was built for. The move afterward is simple. Go straight back to step 2. Restart the automatic transfer. Rebuild it. That's the entire process. To recap, know what actually counts as an emergency and protect the fund from everything else. Build it in 3 stages, starting with $500 to $1,000. Keep it in a high-yield savings account, not checking, not investments. Automate it, use windfalls on purpose, and start now even if it's small. And when you use it, rebuild it. That's the system working. If you want to see the best high-yield savings accounts for holding your emergency fund, I'll link our full breakdown in the description below and in the cards above. Subscribe for weekly personal finance in plain words. See you in the next one.